Joining us now is Tracy Harkin of EWTN Ireland. Tracy, we just heard 2/3 of voters favored repeal of the 8th Amendment. Early polls showed a closer split. You and I talked about this last week, and that the pro-life movement was cautiously optimistic. So what's the reaction today among pro-lifers?
Well, when the results came out, Lauren, total devastation, total shock. And that shock wasn't just on the pro-life side. I think it was also a very interesting and shocking result for those advocates for repeal as well. The polls, as you say, did show a much closer margin in the run-up to the actual referendum. But certainly a very sad day, a key day in Irish history. For the first time ever in Ireland, unrestricted abortion will be available. And that's a very, very difficult news for us all to hear.
Give us the breakdown of that vote. What role did younger women, millennials, play in passing that referendum?
Well, we know that 87% of 18 to 24-year-olds voted for repeal, so to lift the constitutional ban, a very striking high figure, considering the fact that the pro-life movement was led by many young people, and many young people were involved in that campaign. But when we look at the numbers, sadly, at third-level institutions and from 18 to 24-year-olds, all voting for abortion, unrestricted abortion on demand. Lauren, very, very sad to hear that.
So after,
not surprising in some respects.
Well, let's talk about that. Why is it not surprising to you?
Well, I think the very date of the referendum was very pointedly chosen by Leo Varadkar, because third-level institutions for the past number of years, there have been a lot of concerns raised about the hostility to opposing points of view. The pro-life voices have not been allowed onto third-level campuses. The pro-repealers actually have this thing called a repeal shield around Twitter and also Facebook. So if any pro-life person wants to engage with them and have a conversation about the issue, they're immediately blocked. Young people were telling me that they weren't allowed, they were asked to remove themselves from campuses if they were wearing a no vote badge or a love both badge, and also hoodies were not allowed in canvas if they displayed anything to do with the pro-life message. So we knew that that's a very, very hostile environment for young people to hear a pro-life message.
After the vote, Irish pro-life campaigner Cora Sherlock tweeted that the struggle to defend the most vulnerable has not ended today. It just changed. We fight on. What will the pro-life movement do in response to this?
The pro-life movement is devastated, but they're actually a very energized movement, and they're a very committed movement. We've seen thousands of ordinary people at grassroots level campaign for the no vote. Those efforts will now be redoubled into providing frontline crisis pregnancy services for women in crisis pregnancy. And we really hope that Ireland does not follow the path of other countries where once abortion is legislated, the rates of abortion drastically increase. They will fight very, very hard to preserve a culture of life and providing options.
Thank you so much, Tracy Harkin of EWTN Ireland.
Thank you, Lauren.